Well, good morning, folks. This is Shippy the Explorer saying good morning to you and welcome back to this station. And I'm so happy that you're back with me and to share another great video of another great topic. And just remind you that if you like what you've been seeing, you just like, share, and subscribe to the station so that we can build this station together and you can be entertained as we go along. Today we have I have another topic where we're saying if you have decisions to make in life, you have to just sometimes tackle it by yourself or you get the professionals. But today we're going to talk about the transformation of a room. I have this room at home and it needs a little brushing up, maybe some painting and some preparation. And we're going to show you how you can transform a room, living into a greater living space. And here we have, we have marks on the wall and, and maybe damaged spots on the ceiling. And, what we use in America is called drywall or plasterboard. And ever so often it's durable, but ever so often it gets damaged, it cracks and scratches, and most times you have to paint to get these things out. And of course, we live in a tropic area where moisture and all that takes place. And if you can see the corrosion or the weather, the cold and the hot weather tends to cause peeling on the surface of the wood. And I'll demonstrate how that is repaired. And of course we have the scratches on the wall. So we're gonna transform this room into a livable space, folks, where maybe remove some of these furniture and remove some of the equipment and make it much nicer place to live in. So what are the tools we use in this country? We have, I'll just demonstrate here that in this country we have what they call a sander. We need sanders. We need a painting roller stick. Sometimes we need an electrical sander. All these tools, I used to use them when I was in the trade, but now I'm somewhat retired. We have a strainer that used to be in the kitchen, but I've used it over the years to, when you have paint and you use it once in a while, you have to strain those paint before you use them again. We have the ubiquitous roller and the roller sleeves, and this you just put the paint on it and you roll it, and that has replaced somewhat the brushes of the whole days. That has replaced that. So you'll be wondering how I need so many tools. And of course, I pull out one of my old tools. It's just called a scraper, and you can see the two-sided sharp edge. And you use this, just demonstrate right now. Before you use this to remove the rough spots on the surface of the wood. You're scraping off all the so that's what it's for. This is a scraper. And when that is done, you know, we use a bit of hand sander. We use a bit of sanding paper, or we use the other sander, and we sand the wood lightly. You don't want to open up the pores too much. And you can see how it looks already. It's almost look like it's brand new already. And then you paint that, just prime that once, and then you may paint it another time, and then it's suitably finished. So that's that's part of the work that I'm set out to do today, and we'll see how I demonstrate how I transform this room, and so the topic is the transformation of a living space, folks. Right. So that's where that's what we're going to do today. All right? Or in the next 2 days. Well, as you can see, I'm trying to get as much item out of the room as possible. I'll take this out. Not as strong as before, folks, but I can still manage some of these heavy items. Yes, getting rid of some of these things out the way. The whole idea is to clear the air, the space, the working space as much as possible, and As part of the transformation, you're putting things out the way. Now that's out the way. And we move smaller items. So, because when you're working in a space, you don't want to have a lot of items around you. You want the space as clear as possible. So I'm zipping in and out to remove these items, folks. It's a refrigerator. See, it's clearing up already. And we move this, also this dresser, this night table. And just in case you have to paint the entire space, you want to clear a path around the perimeter of the room so you can get through and around the space. Just in case you have to find that you have to paint the entire place. Take out chair. And you also move everything from the wall so that I'll show you what we do in the old days, in my old construction days. There's really a room shouldn't have too much clutter and too many things that can impede you. When you want a bedroom, you want it to be clutter-free, and you know. This is my portable vacuum, folks. This is a sanitaire. For some of you in the market, if you're in America, you can put this vacuum on your shoulder like this, and you can go around, and you can use it to as an extension. You can reach low with a small brush, or you can reach high with an extension. I'd be surprised, it can go way up to the ceiling on any corner, and it's right on your side. So wherever you go, it's there with you. You know, like I could actually demonstrate a little bit. It's gonna make a little bit of noise, so forgive the noise, but you put on a brush like this, a brush head, and to start the machine, you actually, there's a little gadget right there, and you just press it. It's making noise, and you can vacuum. Take out anything you want. So actually that's what, okay, that's when this makes a lot of noise, so I'm gonna rest that for now and put it out the way. Right, so that's the vacuuming part of it. In what I normally do in the old days, I have I call them my protective cloth, and believe it or not, folks, some of these are 30 years old. That I used to use in the construction days. And then some people use plastic, but to cover the flooring. But I normally don't use plastic, because I find that I invest that the plastic would cause things to spread or smother. So I've invested in some thick, call them drop cloths, and they have served me well. And you just spread them out along the floor in the area that you're gonna work. It's a little bit dusty, so I put on my mask. So you cover from corner to corner. And when the paint or any residual material falls on these, all you have to do is just wait until the work is finished, and you just roll up these cloths and take them outside and you shake them off. And they are 8 feet by 14 different sizes. This cloth, but they, as I said, I've been using them for many years. You can see some of them, they have all sorts of stains on them. So they have gone through a lot in the old days, and I'm still using them. Still being used. Actually, I have to I think I should remove this table, this object. And take out this table. So I can have better access to the corner. There you go. So now I have full access to all corners of the room. So once I put my whole working cloth, drop cloth down, and so it can protect the flooring, I'm almost good to go. Good to go, folks. I'll soon show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. The cloth, drop cloth is covering from corner to corner. And if you're painting and it drops some paint, then you're not liable to mess the carpet up, especially if you have nice flooring. And I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of what we do. This is a roller stick and this is a sander, and you put them together like this, and I've had this for 30 years too. It's my favorite little tool, and it you see how I use it. Before you paint, you can just sand off the rough spots, any little bumps on the surface. Of course, if it had bad marks, you would patch them. But this sander, I've been using this for quite a while too, and you just sand the place down smooth as ever. So that's the demonstration of sanding in preparation of the wall. But since we're not ready to paint yet, we are going back to where, since I have the drop cloth down now, I can demonstrate fully, and I'm free now to, I'll take this down too. This is a blade blind. You just pull the tool latches, lift them up. It come up like this. For those of you who have these blinds at home, and just pull them out like this. And it's and see, now the hole here is free. This window is giving me trouble, so once I open it, I have to have it another way of closing. So you can see the rough marks, and I put my scraper like that. I have another scraper I could use. In America, we have what they call a 5-in-1. 5, if you notice, it has a sharp edge. That's 1. You can use it as a screwdriver, you can use it as a scraper. You can use it as a cutter here, that's 3. You can use it as a curved thing to clean your roller. And you can use it as a pricer to open cans. And it's 5-in-1 tool. And it you can also use to just scrape off the things. Or if you have little things in the way, you can scrape it off like that. Or if you have to go in the corner like that, you can use a 5-in-1 to get smaller little spots, folks. So in a country like this, you have tools for everything, you know. But for now, I'm going to use my I don't even know what they call it, the fly scrape wing scraper that I've had for years. And it scrapes off the damaged part of the window, of the wood. trying to remove the old lifted paint spots. And you don't have to scrape hard, because if you scrape too hard, you're gonna damage, open up the pores of the wood. You just want to remove the light scrapes to remove the lift section. If you look, you can see. See, before you put the scraper in. See, after. Look how nice that is. If it's not coming, you leave it. You don't want to break the wood surface, because I'm going to demonstrate. Right. So you may be wondering, folks, how I know so many things, because when I first came to this country, before I even came to this country, I was a trained technologist, a designer of homes, residential homes, and to teach high school kids what to do. But when I came to America, it's they're using drywall, and a lot of the homes are built with frame structures. That means they're using wood, 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x10s, and that's a different type of construction. And then the finished surface is, as I said, it's plasterboard. So I've learned, although I get trained in one culture, in the Caribbean culture, I came to this country and I've learned by doing and watching how they do other things in the temperate region. Of course, painting and preparation, parts of it is common to any country that you're in. It's common to any country you're in. So when you get that, you use a piece of sandpaper, and we have what they call a sand pad. I don't know if I brought it in. This is a sand pad, folks. Sand, it's sand grit on all corners. It's a rectangular piece of sponge, but they put sand abrasive things on the side. And you can, if it's brand new, have had it for somewhere, you just use it. There's different grades. One side is rough and one side is smooth. So if you have a rough surface, to take off the rough, look at this. That's before, and look, when you use this sanding pad, you're taking off another layer of the paint and some of the wood, but you don't want to sand too hard. So you don't want to break the surface. So these sanding pads, they're a remarkable piece of equipment. Simple, but quite efficient. You can see, look in the corner. See? You use it, match the edge with the hedge. And of course, if you want to smooth the rest of the window or the wood surface, you can do that. Like if you see like this spot here now, this is what you would use here. It's giving me a little trouble to come off. So you just use a 5-in-1 and you scrape it off. And then you use your pad to finish smoothing out the wood. Your So I'll just use my So it's a transformation of a room, folks. That's what we're talking about. Shippy the Explorer is bringing you another aspect of life where you teaching and demonstrating with how to do certain things. You can do it for yourself. And in the old days, we used to rub your finger slightly on the material, and you can feel the smoothness. That's a way of testing if the material if the surface is ready. So that's for the wood, and for doors, and you use this pad. And if you want to get a good finish for finer work, and of course, even on the wood, other wood surface like the doors, like here, you can just, oops. If you're gonna paint them, you can just tend to take off the sand it a bit. All right. All right, so that's one preparation, folks, and I'm going to show you another thing. If you are If you are painting a house that is was lived in before, and you don't want to take off the the locks or the inches or the hardware, you have what they call a painter's tape, and you take off a bit, and I don't know how I'm gonna demonstrate this without. You can see right at the edge, right at the edge. It's hard to demonstrate with need somebody to help me. Anyway, you tape along the edge of the hardware right at the surface like that. And you don't have to remove the hardware. You can paint around that. You take another piece and you cover the other surface. And you do the same. So it prevents you from taking off the hardware. Sometimes the best thing to do is just take off the hardware, folks. See, you put it right like this and just swing your hands down. So I'm teaching you, it's a teaching moment. Take another piece and you just cover the surface like that. And of course it's covered now, so when the paint drops it doesn't. And then underneath you just use your brush. That's to cover the hardware. So what I'm gonna do is just, I'll cover the rest of the hardware later, and before I start painting, and I'm just gonna make another little bit of noise to demonstrate how this vacuum works. So I have it on my side, and I'm just gonna turn it on. It will make a little bit of noise, but I won't keep it long for now. And you vacuum off all the residue that you demonstrate, you vacuum all the surface, whereas so I'll just do it without the noise. You just vacuum it off like this. You're dusting, you're taking off all the dust, you know, as you vacuum. So I'll do that later. So that's just for demonstration. And of course you're doing the corners also on the baseboard. The surface down here is called a baseboard. Down here, and you can see it's the base of the wall. All right. So really, I should be patching these holes, but for this project, I'm not gonna worry about them right now. That's another way. That's a demonstration. All right. So that's prep work for transformation of a room, folks, to get it ready for painting, painting of the drywall. So I'll get my paint ready and I'll demonstrate how to just prime these spots. So you can put a first coat on them. So that's you can use the 5-in-1, see? Goes right in the corner. So far, so good, folks. All right, Shippy the Explorer. I'm saying, okay, I'll go get my paint ready, see if I can find some paint in the storeroom, and when that time comes, I'll show you a little bit about priming out these bare spots. The first thing you do, you prime. After you sand, you prime and get the surface ready. So I'll see you in a jiffy, folks. All right, Shippy the Explorer doing a transformation of a living space today. Okay, I'm back with you, folks. This is another aspect of the old painting. You may think, some of you may paint and have leftover paint and then you discard it, or you don't know what to do with it. But I'm here to tell you that some of this paint I've had for a long time. So let's see if the paint is good. So first of all, you look into the paint. It's not, you do a tip in your hands and you smell it. If it smells like fresh paint, then, and it doesn't smell rancid, then you know that the core of the paint is good. And after you mix it up like this, you remix it, and see, the color is coming up. So this paint I've had for some time, maybe about 6 years. But once you keep it, you keep it in a fairly dry place and cover it up and seal, you can have this paint that you can use. So it's mixed in, and for the purpose of this room, I'm just going to use one color, and it's a semi-gloss finish. Semi-gloss means the surface has a sheen to it. And I'm just going to do a one coat for today's work. And I'll put this back where I show you how I mix my paint in the big bucket. So you take after you do that, you can just put that aside with your brush. And in the old days, we just take the 5-gallon bucket, folks, and we just to mix it further. And in the bottom of the bucket, it probably has the thicker part of the paint. So you scrape it off a little bit, and you mix it in. Right. Oops. My hook got trapped in there. And you go back and forth for a number of times, and you do it on the surface out in the grass, so you don't, if you spill some, you don't run the chance of you messing up. And when it's mixing like that, then you take for the final set, you take your strainer, because you want to remove, and you strain the paint, the set that you want to use in the house. Because if it has any impurities or trash or anything like that, you don't want to take that inside. You don't want, because if you use that on the wall, it will look smudgy and rough. So I'm taking the amount that I think I may need. So I'm all a mess here, but of course I'm outside. I'm just gonna leave this out there for a little while and get a piece of cloth to clean up before I take it inside. Wow. Don't have any cloth to use. I'll use paper towel for now. So basically I'm cleaning off the bucket so I don't have any drips going through the house. I could have done it better and cleaner. One person told me that they'll never have me paint their place because I mess up. All right. I'm just gonna wipe this off. This is a hook, folks. If you're painting, if you're up on the ladder, you can use this hook to carry your bucket, to hook it on the ladder. And so you don't have to come down every minute to wet your brush or your roller. To keep that seal. So, I think I'm good to go, folks. And that's how you you clean your your paint, restrain your paint. What I'm doing is just rinsing out the strainer, the sieve or the strainer a little bit so that the paint doesn't dry on. So that's the noise you hear. So, we're good to go, folks. So the paint is ready and my brush is ready. Just have to make sure I don't mess up my GoPro. And well, we go upstairs and all right. So one thing we normally do before we start painting, after we sand the wall, we brush down all surfaces. brush them down. So you're taking the dust off, folks. On the top, over by this, above the sills and the corners of the door, wood surface. I'm just gonna cover this remaining section. Since it's a small corner and not removing all possible dust. It's tiring in work. It's hard work, folks. You can imagine. I used to do this every day. But it's good to retire, and now I'm just demonstrating what we do. So you can look, the walls are looking great already. Folks, walls are looking great. Just gonna do another safety thing. Instead of me trying to make it hard on myself, I'm just gonna demonstrate how you take off these plates. Since I'm painting the entire room, I'm just going to take off these plates, put them under the drop cloth there, so it's exposed. So when you paint, it makes it easier for you. And for those people in other parts of the country, the world, that the code is to have these electrical outlets every 6 feet. That's the code. I think I wrote to some folks in Eboansi that if you can afford it, that's what you do. You put them every 6 feet apart, these electrical outlets. And this is the American standard. These are, I think it's 110 or 120 volts, folks. And turn it upside down and you cover it up by the cloth, with the cloth, and you're good to go. Normally I put back the screw in the slot, so that, because a lot of times when you're painting you lose those screws. See, I'm just spinning my finger. It's although my hands are hurting, and these things is called a filter, to filter out the cold here from coming into the room. So that's another coated thing. You put that in between so cold air doesn't come through. One more to go, folks. I didn't plan to do this morning, but I feel a little bit energized, so I'm doing this to demonstrate what we do in the building industry. Maybe I should just leave this one because that's a old telephone outlet. I don't need it. All right. So it's since I have bare wood, we start out there. All right. So you dip your brush, shake it off. You can even squeeze it off, scrape it off, and you start at one corner, and you can wiggle the brush in, and then you just these are called, I demonstrate what these are. These are called angled brush, latex angled brush. These are not oil paint. These are water-based paint. And these angled brush, whether it's for oil or to, these are great, folks. This is a great invention that the inventors came up with. I've found that they're, because what you can do is you can angle your brush like this and get into the corner like this. See? And then you just stretch out the paint, and look at that. Just one covering of that. The wood, the window started to look brand new again. So I'm doing all the raws, the exposed wood section. See, I turn my brush this way, and my hands are not as good as before, folks, so you have to bear with me. But you can see I'm still able to do some work. See, the angled brush, you go right down into the corner, and you're ready to go. Right. So I'm doing this bare spots for now. Angled. you're putting one coat on the bare wood, and it's called primer. Actually, I could use a regular primer with a flat base, not semi-gloss, but for this small project, I'm just using what I have. Not gonna run to the store to get new material, folks, for this. Use up what materials I have. If you spill, you have a piece of cloth. You can clean off your mess immediately. See, I'm sweating like a dog. No, dogs don't sweat. Pigs, yeah, maybe pig, maybe a hog, a cow. It's quite warm today, so this is a good day. Bare spot. Dip your brush. Angled away. So, see? So that will dry in an hour or so. And when that dries, then I can put another coat on. So, for demonstration, I'll just show you how we do rolling, and I'll just demonstrate how I roll. So I'm just going to demonstrate how we roll the wall, folks, and teach you how it's done. So you have your roller, and you have your roller stick, and this stick can get shorter or longer, depends on how I need it. And I like using buckets. Because I use a bucket like this, and I roll my roller in. Shake it off a little bit. Some people use rolling pans, or we can spray. But roll it off, and for the first time, the roller is dry, so you keep on doing this until the roller is filled with paint. All right, so to paint, you go straight up. I put this back over here so you can see. You soak your rollers and you go straight up. And then you roll away from that spot, straight up and down, until your roller kind of dries out a little. And you roll, you leave you don't leave smudges or lumps on the surface. And you come a little bit, you overlap the last bit, and you go 1 or 2 rolls into the old one. And then you come back out, not taking off the roller, straight up and down. Some people do like this and also the things, and it's not a professional way of doing it. The Greeks taught me how to do this, and I've been doing it ever since. Soak your roller, go 1 lap in 1, and then you roll out. And you can see and you do like that until, if you're right-handed, you can go from right to left, right around the room. If you're left-handed, you can go the opposite way. And I'll just show you what has happened. So because I took the plates off, I can roll right up to the corner. You turn your roller this way. And you may ask what's going to happen with the edges down there. But later on I'll just use the brush to, they call it cutting. So, and see how smooth it is, folks? You don't have lumps. And because this, you can see the surface is different here. So to cover that, now you start here with another wet roll and roll in to the right and then out. And then it overlaps that. Right. So I'll leave it for here and I'll go work. You don't want to see me sweating away, so I'll go do the painting. If I get tired, I stop. But that's the basic, well, I'll show you. Let me show you quickly how the cutting is done. So I don't want to show you later. So you can basically see down the butt, you use your angled brush and you cut in. See? And then you cut it in and then you turn the brush flat this way and you smooth it in. See? Look how smooth that is. And you're brushing, you keep your brush and then when you're taking the brush off, you use the tip of the brush and you take the pressure off. And you leave and flash it. Not flash it, but you draw it. And you see, you leave a nice smooth surface like that. And then for the corners, I do the same thing. So that's the process for painting the entire room. And this is Shippy the Explorer saying, I'll go do the work. And so that I'll demonstrate the final product and show you the transformation. Look at that bare wood. It was bare a few minutes. You see it may need a second and third coat because the paint is sucking into the raw wood. And I'll show you the final transformation of a room so that your living space can be wonderful place to live in. So this is Shippy the Explorer. I'll talk to you later where I can show you the final. If I have enough strength, I'll show you the final product, the final job, the finished job. So bye for now, folks. This is Shippy the Explorer saying, if you like, share, and subscribe to these stations, because I'm coming to you teaching. Every time I come to you, it's a teaching or a learning moment. Bye for now. Well, there you are, folks, and you may hear me puffing, and but as we unveil the knobs, you can see that the work is finished. Just need to clean up the carpet, I mean the drop cloth, and then there we go. A little spill, you clean them away. Now look at the difference. Wow. Brand new window. So I think I took some time when you remove. Got a little spill. So this is the finished product, folks. That's been one ordeal. So that's how you get a room repainted. The basic nice clean walls. Wow. So hopefully you have the Shippy the Explorer. We have demonstrated how to prepare a room for painting, and I've done some demonstrating how to paint in my old age. So that's it, folks. So thanks for watching, and hope you have learned something and pick up some ideas from all this. So the room will just need cleaning up, and then we'll clean the carpet, and that's it. The room will be transformed and ready to go. So that's for now. That's it for now. Do share, and if you like, share and subscribe. Bye for now. This is Shippy the Explorer saying until another great experience. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.